Stop. There's something I need to address before this episode begins. So, as you viewers know, the title says Lance becomes a troublemaker. You may be thinking that my intro got messed up again, and that the text was hacked by one of our OC troublemakers, like what Nick did to my brother's Special 7 intro. Well, actually, I'm the one who added that title, and it's completely intentional. And no, this is not an April Fool's video either, even though today is April 1st and this episode takes place more than a couple of weeks later. What? That was added on purpose? But why? Why would you turn Lance into a troublemaker? I thought he wasn't going to become one. And didn't Sashin confirm before that Claire would be the very last troublemaker of the Bloodthirsty Dragons in the TTOVC series? I'm so confused. Well, to be honest, I'd rather not answer that question right now or say anything more about it. You'll just have to watch this entire episode until the end, because it would be a huge spoiler if I told you now. This is also the reason why this episode is either an instant premiere or a regular upload at the time I'm making this intro. I don't want to see any comments asking why this is happening if you haven't watched the full episode yet. But enough of that. Let this episode begin. Aw, what a relaxing and stress-free day it is. It's nice sitting on this couch and watching YouTube videos on the living room TV while my family is out again. What's even better is that I was ungrounded a few days ago after I ruined Lance's birthday last month, and I'm so glad that happened. Speaking of which, I still can't believe that Lance denied betraying me before we became enemies 4 years ago yet again, even after I replaced his birthday candles with a dynamite stick disguised as one. I really thought that would make him admit that he was wrong, but it looks like I was mistaken. What will it take for him to finally realize it? I just wish he would admit it already, but I don't know when he ever will. You know, I guess I'll figure out a way to make that happen later, since I was just ungrounded earlier this week. It'll probably happen one day, hopefully. For now, let's just continue watching the YouTube video currently playing on the screen, which is great. Just what I always wanted at a time like this, someone at the door while I'm in the middle of something. If it's one of my friends at the door, then I really don't mind them coming over, though I'm not sure if it's them or not. I guess I'll just pause the TV and head to the entrance. It better be worth it when I open the front door.
Hi there, Drago. What's popping?
What? Lance? What on earth are you doing here at my house? You're not allowed to be here. Why are you even here anyway?
Well, I was just dropping by. It's so nice seeing you.
So nice seeing me? What the heck are you talking about? How could you be so happy to see me even after I sabotaged your birthday last month? I'm certainly not happy to see you. Do you even hear yourself right now? Also, why are you acting like we're friends even though we're not anymore? Now just leave my house because I don't want you here, especially after you refuse to admit you betrayed me 4 years ago, even after what I did last month.
Speaking of that, I need to say something to you, which has to do with what you said earlier.
What now? Just spit it out already. I don't have all day.
Well, what I want to say is that, after looking back at how we became arch-enemies 4 years ago after you ruined my birthday last month, I finally realized that what I did back then was wrong. Another thing I want to say is that I'm sorry for my actions. I should have never interfered while you were doing the actual right thing at the time, and I broke off our best friend relationship because of that, which I deeply regret. Because of this, I feel like we should reconcile, and I was wondering if I could be part of your troublemaking group. I don't want to be the nice person I once was, so I thought joining you and your gang would make up for what I did and help us become best friends again. So, will you ever forgive me and accept my offer?
Honestly, Lance, I really don't know if I should. You used to be a very trustworthy friend of mine until we ended our friendship. As much as I like hearing you admit that you were wrong, I don't know if you really mean it, especially after you denied it almost every time I caused trouble for you. And how could I trust you to be part of my troublemaking group? You're not pretending to be a troublemaker, are you? I don't even know if I can let you join.
I understand what you're saying. I kind of expected to hear that anyway. Which is why I decided to prove it by doing something mischievous.
And what exactly is that?
Glad you said that. You know the 7 people I'm friends with, who are Fridge, Rosette, Stephen, Lena, Kenzie, Violet, and Antonia, right?
Yes, I do. I've known that for about 2 years, since 2024. What about it? And can you tell me this mischievous plot you came up with as proof that you want to become one of us?
Well, I was planning to end my friendships with them since I want to be part of your gang and don't want to be friends with them anymore. I'll do it by throwing this bucket of water at them, just like how Lizzie and Dungeon threw a bucket of ice water at me and Connor, how you and your 3 friends threw a bucket of water at me, Fritz, Rosette, and Stephen, and how you and your 5 friends threw multi-water at my parents and Connor. I heard they're at the Vyond City Park, and I noticed because they called me and asked if I wanted to come over, but I lied and said I had a bad flu. So what do you say?
Well, it really depends on whether you're actually going to do it or not, because I'm not sure if you will.
Trust me, I will. They'll be so mad once I do. Now let's go to the park so I can pull off my plan.
Okay then, I guess.
Alright. We found them now. Okay Drago, you stay here in the bushes while I pull off this plan, and you'll come over once I call your name so that my soon-to-be former friends will be so shocked to see you beside me. Is that understandable?
Let's just get this over with.
Gladly.
Oh my goodness. What was that all about? Why did we have water thrown at us?
I know, right? This is so uncool. Now we're soaking wet because of this. Wait just a minute. Guys, I think I know what's going on. Roseph and Steven, do you remember the time when Drago, Lizzie, Dungeon, and Nick threw a bucket of water at us and Lance back in November 2 years ago? Well, I think it's either Drago or one of the members of his gang who did it.
Fridge.
What? Do you guys not agree with me or something? But why?
Well, normally we would have thought the same thing too if we hadn't seen the person we're very familiar with behind you holding a bucket and laughing.
Who could you possibly?
Why hello there you 7. Didn't expect to see me come over, did you?
What? Lance? You were the one who threw a bucket of water at us? But why? You're one of the people we least expected to do something like that to us.
And also, I thought you said you were too sick to come over to this park and hang out with us.
Well, you thought wrong. I lied to you about having the flu, and the reason I did it was so I could pull off this prank on you all. How funny this is, right?
Funny? You think doing this is funny? Lance, you can't be doing this, and we also can't believe you lied to us saying you had the flu when you never did. Now we're soaking wet, and we have to dry off our clothes because of you. I agree with Lena. This is so unlike you, and this isn't something we'd expect from you. This is something we'd expect your ex-best friend, Drago, and his friends to do.
Oh, speaking of my ex-best friend, Drago, you can come over now.
What? Did you just...
What's up you all? Didn't expect to see me also, let alone next to Lance, did you?
What? Lance, Draigo was with you? And did he watch you throwing a bucket of water at us?
Why yes he did.
But why? Out of all people, it has to be Drago, your very own arch-nemesis, the same person who completely ruined your 17th birthday last month? I'm so baffled right now.
Well, I'll be glad to provide an explanation. You see, I look back at how we became arch-enemies in the first place, and I realized that what I did was something I should have never done. Drago was doing the right thing, not me. I decided that we should reconcile so we can become the best friends we once were, and I did this so I won't have to be friends with you anymore. Not only that, but I also plan on becoming the next member of Drago's troublemaking gang, which he'll agree to after he sees me throwing a bucket of water at you, which I did. Any words from any of you?
Are you freaking serious right now? So not only did you lie to us about having the flu and throw a bucket of water at us, but you were also planning to have an alliance with Drago and become the next member of his troublemaking group. And you betrayed your very own friends, the ones who had your back whenever something bad happened, just so you and he could reconcile and become best friends again. Lance, this is so not okay. This is absolutely not something we would expect from you. What Drago did before you two became arch-enemies was very wrong, based on what you said about how you broke off your friendship in the first place.
Same here. Looks like I was technically right when I said it was either Drago or one of his friends who threw water at us, even though he saw you doing it. Anyways, you can't reconcile with someone who is a very bad influence on you, especially your now former ex-best friend who still causes trouble today. As for us, we've been friends with you for about 1 3/4 years, with me, Roseph, and Steven befriended you in July 2024, and the 4 girls in August of the same year.
Right. I thought our friendship with you would never end, especially after Violet said we'd always be on your side no matter what after that birthday incident last March, but I guess I was wrong. You know what, Lance? You can go be Draigo's best friend and be part of his troublemaking group for all we care. Our friendship that lasted this long is officially over. Don't come near us, and don't talk to us ever again. We're completely done. And I can't believe I'm saying this, but, so long, you stupid traitor.
Oh, I really don't care what any of you say. I don't want to see you all again anyway. And I also don't care about being called a traitor this time, since I betrayed you all, and I actually betrayed Drago 4 years ago.
Shut up, Lance. Roseph just said don't talk to us, so leave us alone.
Come on guys, let's leave this traitor and Drago behind. They're not worth our time.
Right.
Wow. That was so funny, wasn't it? It's so satisfying to see my former friends get so angry after what I said earlier.
I know, right? This is so worth it. I can't believe you actually pulled this off.
Yeah. That's what I said before.
Anyways, I'm so glad you broke off your friendship with those 7, not to mention that you finally admit you betrayed me a few years ago, which is something I've wanted for a long time. Oh, and there's also something I want to say to you. I want to say that I'm so sorry for all the trouble I've caused you lately, especially ruining your 17th birthday last month. But now that you've finally admitted you were wrong, this won't happen again. So, will you ever forgive me?
Yes. Of course I do. You don't need to apologize. I said I wanted to be your best friend again, so I forgive you.
Thanks a lot, Lance. It really means a lot.
You're welcome. So, since you saw what I did as proof, can I be your best friend and join your group now?
Absolutely. It's been a while since we had a new member in our gang, so why the heck not?
Awesome. Let's give each other a hug.
Gladly. Alright, now that we're best friends again, I'll text my other friends to meet us in our secret hideout, explain to them that you're now part of our gang, and then head out so we can cause trouble together.
That sounds splendid. I can't wait for this to happen. But wait, did you say hideout?
Yes, I did. If you didn't know, there's a shed in the woods that my friends and I use as our hideout. We've had it since March last year, and that's where we gather and discuss what kinds of troublemaking activities we're going to do. It's also the same place where we keep the weapons we use to cause trouble, which I didn't tell you about last month after I ruined your birthday since we weren't friends at the time. And yes, that's also where I got that dynamite from.
No way. That's so cool. I didn't know you had that. I can't wait to see what it looks like. But one thing, will your friends actually believe I became a troublemaker even after you explained to them what I did to my former friends?
They most likely will, and even if they don't, I recorded a video of you throwing that bucket of water at your former friends while I was hiding in the bushes so I can show it to them as proof.
Okay then. That sounds great.
Now let's not waste any more time. I'll go text my friends right now.
Okay.
Here we are. We're now at the Bloodthirsty Dragons' secret hideout. So Lance, how do you like it?
Oh my goodness. So this is the hideout you mentioned to me before. It looks so great.
Of course it is. And I'm glad you like it. Now I'll head inside to see if my friends are there. Tell them there's a new member of our gang, you of course, and then I'll call you to come inside. But first, I want you not to tell anyone about this place unless they're a troublemaker. It's called a secret hideout for a reason, so can I trust you on that?
Sure. I promise I won't tell anyone. You can trust me on that.
Perfect. I'll head inside now, and once again, I'll call you to come inside.
Understood.
What's up you all? It's such an honor to see all of you here.
Same here. It's nice of you to show up.
Thanks. Anyways, you have something you want to tell us, right? Yes, Nick, you're right. Here's what I want to say. You guys know that it has been 8 months since the last time we had a new member, which you all know was Claire, right? Well, guess what? We now have a new member who would like to join us so that we can cause chaos together.
Wait. Really? Are you being serious with us?
Yes, DJ, I'm being 100% serious.
Oh wow. That sounds awesome. It's great to have a new member after so long. I can't wait to meet them. So, who is this new member joining us, and where are they?
He's outside our lair. You'll find out who he is once I call him in here. In fact, he's someone I know very well, and you all are familiar with him too.
I'm sorry, what? This new member is someone we're all familiar with. Who could that possibly be?
Oh, you'll see. All right, Lance, you may come inside.
Wait. Did you say?
Hello. How are you all doing?
What in the actual hell? Drago, have you completely lost your mind or something? Why did you invite Lance to our hideout? Just, why?
Yeah. What Andre said. This hideout is supposed to be a secret that only we and other troublemakers we meet in the future should know, not non-troublemakers like him. I thought you knew better than this. And isn't he the same person who's your arch-nemesis? Of all people, why does it have to be him?
Guys, chill out for a second. I know what you're all thinking, but this isn't as bad as you think.
Not bad. Drago, he's literally your arch-nemesis, someone you don't trust at all. How could you even let him know where our hideout is and expect nothing could go wrong? And how could he possibly be a new member of our gang? Now because of this, he might tell other people where our hideout is, and something really bad could happen.
Just hear me out on this, okay? I promise this won't disappoint. Anyways, yes, I know this is crazy and all, and normally this is so unlike me to do. But the thing is, Lance here says that he looked back at how we became arch-enemies, realized that what he did was wrong, regretted it, and wanted to be part of our troublemaking group after he came over to my house earlier today. To be honest, I really didn't trust him when he first said that to me, but then he said he'd do something bad as proof by throwing a bucket of water on his 7 friends and breaking off their friendships. I didn't think he'd actually do it at first. But after he pulled it off, I realized he was actually telling the truth. After that, Lance and I reconciled and became best friends again. That's why he's here. What? Are you actually serious?
Yes, Nick, he's serious. In case you don't believe it, Drago recorded a video of me doing it while hiding in the bushes and decided to show it to you all as evidence. Okay, Drago, show the video to them.
It'll be my pleasure. So guys, what do you all think?
Oh my. Lance really did that in that video?
Of course he did.
Wow,
I just can't believe Lance threw water at his friends, or should I say his former friends. That was so funny.
I totally agree with you, Tyrus. Not only that, but they got so angry after Lance told them he was planning to join our group and became best friends with me again. So, do you all believe it now?
You know what? Yes. We all believe it now. What he did in that video convinced all of us that he's on our side.
That's great. I'm so glad to hear that. Anyways, you three must be Andre, DJ, and Claire, right? I've heard of you and seen you before, but I haven't met you up close in person until now.
Yep, that's us. Nice of you to join our gang, Lance.
Thanks. And I gotta say, the interior of your hideout looks even cooler than the outside. Not only that, but it even has a poster of you guys and your group name on it, as well as that shield with 2 swords crossing behind it, a dragon, and 4 stars on each side. That just makes it even better.
Thanks for the compliment, Lance. The color of each star next to the shield represents each of us, and we thought of adding them, as well as that poster, to make the inside even better. Since you're a new member, you'll eventually have a star next to that shield, and you'll be added to our poster. Oh, and I'm sorry to say this, but we don't have a chair for you. We only have 8 chairs here, so only 8 of us can sit, and we haven't gotten a 9th one yet. However, we do have a bean bag for you to sit on until we get a chair. Does that sound okay to you?
I guess that's fair enough.
Sounds good. Now let's both sit down so we can think about our first troublemaking activity for today.
Actually, no need to think about it, because I already know.
Wait. You thought of it already? What is it?
Well, you'll find out once we both sit down.
Okay then.
So Lance, can you tell us about the plan you recently had in mind?
Sure. The first activity we're going to do will involve my younger brother, Connor. I heard he's at the Vyond City park hanging out with his friends. See this jar with a wasp inside? In case you didn't know, Connor has a severe fear of wasps. In fact, the one in here isn't actually real. It's a robot I made that's designed to resemble one. It can be controlled by a remote control, and once I make it land on him, it'll scare the life out of him when he sees it. How does that sound to you all?
That sounds like an excellent idea, Lance. It'll be so funny to see him panicking after he sees the fake wasp.
I totally agree with you, Tyrus.
What? You said your brother has a phobia of wasps? Since when? I don't remember him having that. How come you didn't tell me that back when we were best friends?
Well, that's because he developed it last summer. He got stuck by one while we were out camping, which hurt him a lot, and it has scared him to this day. That's why.
Oh, okay then. But I do have a question regarding Connor's friends. I don't know who his friends are, so can you tell us their names?
Sure thing. Their names are Carl.
Wait. Were you going to say Carlo? That's my younger brother. Does this mean he's also friends with Nick, Andre, DJ, and Claire's siblings, who are Mick, Audrey, Clyde, and Charlie?
What? No. That's not what I was going to say. You didn't even let me finish. What I was going to say is that his friends are Carl, Erica, and Alice. Also, why did you assume that?
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know. It's just that in the past, every time we allowed a troublemaker to join our gang, their non-troublemaking sibling ended up befriending our siblings, which was a huge coincidence. That's why. Also, who are Carl, Erica, and Alice?
Well, coincidences don't happen every time, so there's no need to cut me off so quickly and jump to conclusions. And it's okay. As for who they are, they're the siblings of my 3 former friends. Erica is Fridge's older sister, Carl is Lana's older brother, and Alice is Steven's younger sister. I'm pretty sure you and your friends have seen them before. I know this because most of you saw Erica with Fridge last year when Drago broke his glasses and called me about it, and I also watched the episodes where you broke Drake's pen and where Drago and Lizzie became a couple. Carl was your classmate in first period last school year, and Alice is Lizzie's classmate in second period this school year.
Oh. Right. I remember who they are now.
The same goes for the rest of us. Thanks for the reminder.
You're welcome.
But anyways, it's great to know what our first troublemaking activity will be. And even though we usually head out after we come up with what we should do first, I think this time, Starting now, we'll come up with the rest of the activities we're going to do and then head out. The reason is that since some of them will likely involve weapons from our stash, it would be a great idea to plan everything now so we won't have to come all the way back here to get them. Does that sound good to you all? I think it's a great idea, Draigo. Awesome. Alright dragons, let's all brainstorm the rest of our troublemaking activities. I think we'll do 5 of them, plus the one Lance already came up with.
Right.
Okay, now that we've planned every activity, let's head out so we can cause some trouble. But first, Lance, can you go to the weapons stash and get some of the weapons we plan to use?
No need to ask me twice. I was planning to do that anyway.
Great. Oh, and since you don't know where it is, if you go that way and keep going straight, you'll find a door that leads to the stash.
Got it. Alright. We found them now. Okay guys, I'll take the robot wasp out of the jar, use the remote control to make it fly toward Connor and land on his shoulder, and we'll watch him panic and scream like a little girl when he sees it.
Sounds good to us. You can go ahead and do it.
Right.
So guys, how's your time so far in the park with me?
It feels really nice, Connor. It's enjoyable to hang out and enjoy the great outdoors.
I agree with Erica.
Me too. So, what do you think we should do today?
To be honest, Carl, I'm not sure yet. I'll think about it eventually. How about we just...
Connor?
What? Is something wrong? What's with your faces?
Well, there's something on your shoulder. But whatever you do, do not look at it.
Do not look at it? Why is that? What could possibly go? Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. There's a freaking wasp on my shoulder. Get it off me. Get it off, get it off, get it off. I'm so scared. I'm too young to get stung.
Connor,
Someone,
buddy,
anyone,
please calm
get
down.
this wasp off
We'll
of me.
get that wasp
please.
off of you.
I
But you
really
have
don't
to
want to
stay
get
still.
stung.
Everything's
It'll hurt
going
so
to be
badly.
okay.
Please,
I'll in
please,
for it.
please, 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 please.
There we go. I swatted the wasp off you. So Connor, how are you feeling now?
I'm quite shaken, but unharmed, all thanks to you. Thanks for saving my skin. I really needed that. You know I'm highly scared of wasps, right?
Right. And it's no problem. We are really sorry about what happened. We're just glad you're okay.
Wait. What the?
Carl? What's wrong?
Well, I just noticed something very unusual. I saw some wiring coming from the wasp's body.
What are you? Oh my goodness. I see it as well.
Same here. Did that happen after I hit it? But why? No insect would ever have that, especially a wasp.
I see it too.
Wait just a minute. Guys, I think I know. I don't think that's a real wasp. I think it's a robot designed to resemble one. I think someone made it and did this as a funny prank.
But who could have possibly done this?
That would be me. Why hello there Connor, my little bro. How are you and your friends doing? Did something scary happen to you or something?
Wait. Lance? You're the one who made that wasp and scared me with it?
Why yes I did. Didn't I already say so?
But why would you do that? I thought you wouldn't do something like this, and I thought you were a very good person. Why scare your own younger brother like that?
Oh what's wrong little bro? Can't handle a small prank. It was only meant to scare you a little.
A small prank? Scare him a little? Dude, that so-called small prank did not scare him a little, it scared him a lot. He's severely afraid of wasps and you know it. This is so unlike you.
Yeah. What Carl said. That robot you made scared the living hell out of me. You know I got stung by one while we were camping last summer, which caused me to develop a phobia. You don't use a fake decoy of something I'm scared of to prank me like that. This is something your arch nemesis or his friends would do. even though they are not aware I'm afraid of wasps.
Speaking at him, he already knows, and he's no longer my arch-nemesis anymore.
Wait. What are you talking about?
Glad you asked. I'm not going to explain too much, but after I looked back at how we became arch-enemies in the first place, I went to Drago's house and said I was sorry for what I did before we became enemies. I then broke off my friendships with Fritz, Rosef, Stephen, Lena, Kenzie, Violet, and Antonia after I threw a bucket of water at them and saw that Drago was on my side. We reconciled and became best friends again. And that's not all. After we reconciled, Drago allowed me to be part of his troublemaking group so we could cause trouble together, which is something I wanted after admitting my wrongdoings to him, and this is the first activity we did. So, anything you want to say?
What the actual freaking hell? So not only did you scare me with that fake robot wasp, but you also broke your friendships with those 7, reconciled with Drago and became his best friend again, and became a new member of his troublemaking group? Bro, that is absolutely despicable. Why on earth would you ever reconcile with Drago, who's still a troublemaker to this day, and then have the guts to join his gang? This is the last thing I ever expected to hear from you. He was the one in the wrong before you two became enemies, not you. I thought there was still some hope of Drago admitting he was wrong at the time you two became enemies after he literally endangered our lives by replacing your birthday candles with a stick of dynamite back in March. But now that you've said you befriended your now former arch-nemesis, it seems like all hope is lost. You know what? Get out of my face, because you were nothing but a Drago wannabe. And wait until Mom and Dad hear about this. I've never been more disappointed in my big brother in my entire life. Now get out of my sight, or else you'll be sorry.
Oh no! My little bro's attacking me. I'm so scared. God, please help me.
Last warning. Go away, right now.
As you wish. Hope you have fun having your brother as a troublemaker for the rest of your life. Goodbye.
Alright, it looks like we found the Star Boys. Now before we get started, you viewers may be wondering what we're going to do for our next activity, right? Glad you asked. I have a bucket filled with tar, which I'm going to use to throw at them, and they'll be covered in tar as a result. That's what we're going to do. Now let's...
Hey guys, I feel like I need to go to the bathroom.
Okay Stone, you can go ahead and do that.
Thank you.
Oh, just wonderful. I wasn't expecting Stone to head to the restroom. I really wanted to throw tar at all 4 of them. That's frustrating. Wait just a minute. That actually makes it even better. I'm sorry, what? How is this better? Stone is literally in the bathroom, so you won't get the chance to do it to all 4 of them. Yes, Draigo, I know. But do you remember the time I called them the Rats Boys by saying star backwards? Since Adam, Rocky, and Tommy are still on the bench and they'll be coated in tar, I'm going to call them something after I do that. Any guesses? Oh. I think I know what you mean now. You're going to call them the Tar Boys, right? Exactly.
Wow. That's even better. I haven't thought of this before. This is going to be so funny.
I know, right? But where is Lance? Isn't he with us? Do any of you know?
Well, Lance told me that he needed to go to the bathroom and said he was in a rush.
Oh, I see. Looks like he's going to miss the fun. But let's not waste any more time. I'll carry it out right now. Hey you 3.
Huh? Who in the world said? Wait. What the?
Oh my goodness. What was that for? Why are we all covered in tar? This is so not cool. Ha 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 ha. Take that, Tommy, Adam, and Rocky. You stupid tower boys. How do you all like being coated in tar by me and the rest of my friends, especially you Tommy, you stupid girl?
What on freaking planet Earth? Nick, it was you. Were you seriously the one who threw tar at us? Oh my god. Why the hell would you ever do that? Now me, Adam, and Rocky are covered in it all because of you. And did you seriously call us the tar boys? Is it because we're all coated in tar and Stone isn't with us because he's in the bathroom right now? And did you just call me a freaking girl yet again? I told you, I'm not a girl, for crying out loud. You have no right to say that just because I wear a pink shirt.
And by the way, aren't you two boys in the blue and purple shirts and the girl in the green shirt the three troublemaking friends that Tommy told me and my two friends about?
And aren't you the girl in the purple shirt, Nick's girlfriend, the one Adam told us about? Also, who are those two boys in the orange shirt and white sweater with you? We've never heard of or seen them before. Glad you said that. Their names are Andre and DJ, whom I met last year. By the way, Tommy, you look much better in that color than wearing pink. And here's another thing, do you remember the rat you saw when I told you 3 and Stone to look down after I called you all the rats boys last year? Well, guess what? The rat was part of my plan to scare you after one of my 5 friends at the time let it out while hiding in the bushes.
What? Are you freaking kidding me? You were the reason we all saw a rat and got scared back then. Oh my lord. I absolutely can't stand you. You're one of the least favorite people I've ever met in my entire life. And I most certainly don't look any better covered in tar than I do wearing a pink shirt, you freaking absolute moron.
The same goes for us both. Now thanks to you, we have to clean ourselves up, and it'll be hard to get this tar off of us.
Now you all get the frick out of our sight right now, or else you're going to regret it. Go, right now. It'll be our pleasure. Hope you all have a bad rest of your day.
Man. This is just wonderful. I just can't believe Nick and his 7 stupid friends threw tar at us. He just never learns not to mess with us, especially me.
I totally agree with you, Tommy. He needs to stop, because we all can't stand him. Not to mention, we have to deal with the rest of his friends since we saw them all, though I'm not sure if he has more, and Snow didn't see them because he was in the restroom.
The same goes for me too.
Hey guys, what was all that commotion about? Oh my goodness gracious. Tommy, Adam, and Rocky, what in the world happened? Why do you all look like that?
Well, Stone, the reason we're like this is because Nick and his friends threw tar at us while you were in the bathroom and called us the Tar Boys.
And that's not all. Nick also said he was the reason we saw a rat last year while he was with his 5 friends after he called us the Rats Boys.
What? Are you freaking kidding me? Nick and his friends seriously did that? Oh my gosh. That's so despicable of him and his friends to do. It's bad enough he called us the Rats Boys last year, but now he called you 3 the Tar Boys? He needs to stop calling us names like that. It's a good thing I went to the bathroom, otherwise I would have been covered in tar too.
I agree. I feel like we should call Nick's parents and tell them what he has done, and hope the rest get punished. It's a good thing we have their number ever since Nick ruined our concert last year. Stone, will you do the honors since you're the only one who's not covered in tar?
With pleasure.
Man! What a lovely day it is to go for a family walk together, isn't it, Lila?
Yeah. It's so enjoyable to spend time with each other in this park. The scenery is beautiful, and the background sounds are so relaxing. What about you, Eliza and Eliza?
I totally agree with what you're saying, Mom.
I agree with my sister.
That's great. It's so nice to hear. But anyway, let's all continue walking and... whoa. Ouch. Oh my god. That really hurt. What did we just slip on?
I don't know, Pete. And why do I feel a bit wet and cold? What the? Is this a puddle of water with the ice on? Is that why we slipped?
I think so. Did someone pour ice water onto the pavement or something? But who?
You mean this person right here? Why hello Uncle Pete, Aunt Lila, Eliza, and Eliza. So nice to see me again after a while, isn't it?
Wait. Nick? Were you the one who used the bucket next to you to pour icy water onto the pavement and made us slip and fall?
Duh, of course I did.
But why would you do that?
Because I think it's funny, and it was supposed to be a harmless prank.
Harmless? Do you really think this is harmless? We literally got hurt after falling onto the pavement because of that icy water you poured. You shouldn't hurt people like that as pranks, especially your own family.
Yeah. What your cousin said. It's bad enough you caused trouble for us, your grandparents, your parents, and your brother during our family hangout day and even hospitalized your little cousin last year, and now you decided to do this. Boy, you really need to stop this behavior of yours, because this is something we do not tolerate. Now leave our side right this instant, and wait until your parents hear about this.
If you say so, Uncle Pete.
Alright, I think this is going to be a perfect spot. Okay guys, watch me as I jackhammer this road.
Sounds good to us, Dungeon. We'll be watching.
Right. Okay, good as new. This part of the road is now completely unusable since cars and other vehicles won't be able to drive over it.
Sounds great. Now let's all leave this area and go to our next activity, which is setting a car on fire with a flamethrower that Andre came up with.
Perfect. We found the perfect car we can set fire to. And what's this? It looks like a Lamborghini. How expensive it looks. Well, too bad for the people who own it, because it's going to be long gone. Let's do it. Look at the car erupting in flames. This is so fun to do.
I couldn't agree more, Andre. It's going to cost the people so much to get it replaced.
The same goes for the rest of us. Alright, let's go and do one last activity, and then we're done for the day.
Alright guys, witness as I vandalize the front of Jones Dining Palace with this minigun. Let's unload this baby.
Oh my goodness. Claire, did you seriously put a smiley face in front of Jones Dining Palace?
What does it look like? Of course I did. I thought I'd do it because why not, and also to make it more welcoming to customers.
Oh my gosh babe. That was absolutely hilarious. That's something we all never expected. How creative that is.
Yeah. What Nick said. You did such an excellent job.
Thank you guys.
Alright everyone, looks like we're all done here. Let's all go to our hideout, put the weapons back, and then say farewell to each other. Well gang, it was so much fun causing chaos together. Isn't that right?
It sure was, Drago. Oh, and we all know what you were going to say, which is what makes this day even better, right?
Right. What matters to me most today is that my best friend, Lance, who used to be my arch nemesis, is officially on our side. Lance, it's such a huge honor and pleasure to have you as a member of the Dragons. And once again, it feels great that you finally admitted that you betrayed me a few years ago before we broke off our friendship, and that we have reconciled to become the close friends we once were. Thank you so much for doing that.
Oh. It's no problem, buddy. It feels great to have my best friend back too. Since I'm a troublemaker and part of your group, from now on, we won't let anything separate us from being the close friends we are now.
Right. Oh, and there's something else I want to say. How would you like to be the second in command of our group? Lizzie is already one since she's the first troublemaker I met, plus she's my girlfriend, so you'll be the second one since you're my best friend and I met you long before I met any of my friends. Will you accept my offer?
I don't see why not. You didn't need to do that.
Don't mention it. And one last thing, you know that custom best friend handshake we used to do?
Yeah. I remember it.
I'm sorry, a custom best friend handshake? What is that?
Oh, well Lizzie, it's something Lance and I used to do back when we were best friends. We made it up ourselves, but it doesn't involve an actual handshake. It involves 2 double high fives, a fist bump, and raising our fist in the air while saying yeah. But now that we're best friends again, this is the first time in a long time that we'll do it.
Yeah, Drago is right about that.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Now let's do it, shall we?
Right. Yeah. Man. That felt great. I don't even remember the last time we did it. Oh wait, I do. It was some time before we became enemies.
Of course, silly Billy.
You really do have a sense of humor, huh?
Of course. All right, y'all, I think we should all go home now. See you later, Lance, and see you later to the rest of you. I hope you all get home safe. Farewell.
The same goes for you too, Drago. See you next time.
Hold it right there, you all. You guys aren't going anywhere. You were all caught red-handed.
Wait. What? Don't tell me it's the... Wait. The officers are here, and they found our hideout? This can't be happening.
Yeah. That's right. Do you all really think you could get away with the trouble you caused today and expect no consequences? Think again.
But, how is this even possible? How do you even know where our secret hideout is? I must be dreaming.
Well, you're not. As for how we found out, we'll get to that later. Anyways, you all have caused some serious trouble today, such as throwing tar at 3 of the Star Boys, causing 4 people to slip by pouring ice water onto the pavement, jackhammering the road, setting a car on fire, and vandalizing the front of Jones' Dining Palace using a minigun from what we heard. Of all of these, the last 3 are considered very serious crimes. We also heard you kept the weapons you stole from the Vyond weapons shop in that shed you call your secret hideout, which is not secret anymore. We've worked so hard for almost a year to find where you kept those weapons, and we finally did.
Now as a result, most of you will be placed under arrest for your crimes, and the weapons you kept in there will be returned to the shop where they belong. As for the hideout, it's undecided what will happen to it for now, but you certainly won't use it ever again. But before we get to that, we'll let him explain how we found your hideout, since you all want to know.
Wait, hold up. Him? Who's him? And you didn't mention the first activity we did, which was scaring someone with a fake wasp. What's going on here?
Lance? What's so funny? Why are you laughing?
You really want to know?
Yes, we do. Why laugh in a situation like this? And why are you making that face?
Glad to answer that. I was the one who led the officers here.
Wait.
What? Yes. That's right. It was me. I was the reason why they're here.
But why? Why would you ever do that? I thought you were on our side. We even saw you throwing a bucket of water at your 7 friends and scaring Connor with the fake wasp you made, and you even found pleasure in them, as well as the rest of the activities we did, except the second one since you were in the restroom.
Do you honestly think that? I never took pleasure in any of the activities we did. I was only pretending this whole time. As for the 2 you mentioned, my friends, my brother, and his friends knew I wasn't becoming a troublemaker. This was all part of my plan to expose the place that housed the weapons you kept to the police. This plan I had as the only thing I took pleasure in today. So, do you want me to explain more, as well as my main motivation for it?
Yeah. You better explain to us right this instant.
Gladly. Here it is. So, you do remember the time you ruined my 17th birthday last month using a dynamite stick disguised as a candle? That was the top reason why. Because of the crazy idea you had at the time, I got scared by the explosion, never got the chance to eat any delicious food, nor did I get the chance to open any presents since they were ruined. Even though my family and friends took me to Arctic deserts to make up for what happened, I still couldn't stop thinking about it. So the day after that, I came up with a plan to get my revenge on you for doing it. And then, an idea popped up. I thought that if I pretended to be a troublemaker, you'd allow me to join your group, and you'd show me the place you keep the weapons, especially the dynamite, since you said only troublemakers should know. But I knew I couldn't do this on my own, not to mention I didn't exactly know how I could pull it off. So about a month later, specifically yesterday, after I came up with all the ideas, I gathered my friends in a video call, as well as having Connor standing next to me, and explained what I was going to do. I told them about my revenge plan and how they'll be part of it. I said I'll pretend to be a troublemaker, as mentioned before, and told my friends that I'll throw a bucket of water at them, as well as show the robot wasp in a jar and use it on him for my plan to make it look very convincing to you. I also told them to take it, as well as my insults, with a grain of salt, and that it's only for my plan. As for Connor's phobia of wasps, I lied about him being severely scared. He is only mildly scared, though it's true he got stuck by one last summer. He and his friends never took it seriously because they knew the wasp was fake as soon as they saw it, and my friends also never took it seriously after I threw a bucket of water at them. Even though they were skeptical and reluctant at first, as such a plan is risky for several reasons, they, as well as Connor, eventually agreed to do this with me. So the next day, it was time to shine. After you told me to stay outside and wait and it entered the hideout, I used my phone to take a picture of the hideout, then I also took a picture of the weapons stash after I was told to get the weapons we needed when I went in. Remember when I said I needed to go to the bathroom during our second activity? That's something I also lied about. I didn't go to the restroom to use the toilet, but to start the next phase of my plan. While I was inside, I sent the 2 pictures to one of my friends and told them about the activities we recently discussed, as well as the exact location of where the hideout was. After receiving them, they headed to the Vyond City police station to show the officers that what I sent to them as evidence so they would know where the hideout and weapons were. Which eventually led us all here.
You must be joking with us. This has to be a lie.
No. Not at all. I'm being 100% serious.
So let me get this straight, you lied to us, including me, by saying that you became a troublemaker and wanted to become one of us, secretly took pictures of our hideout and the weapons stash without us knowing, lied about going to the bathroom, and sent the pictures you took to your friends, telling them about what we did and the location of our hideout just so they could tell the VCPS officers about it, leading them here. Not to mention, you also lied about your brother being severely afraid of wasps. Please tell me this is not true.
If you haven't listened carefully to what I was saying, then I assure you that everything I said is true. I also recommend that you stop thinking this isn't happening and wake up to reality. You all are so gullible, so naive. You all thought I wanted to be part of your group, but you guessed wrong. That's a complete fantasy. I wouldn't become one of you even in a million years. You guys have deceived others before, so I thought I would deceive you. Today is April anyway, even though April Fool's is on the 1st. I've wanted to carry out this plan for a while, and I've succeeded. Sure, some people were affected and some property was damaged, but it was completely worth it. As for you, Drago, I forgot to mention that I called your parents and asked them how long you were grounded for ruining my birthday last month on the same day I came up with this idea, and they said you were grounded for 1 month. I said that because I felt like pulling this off sometime after you got ungrounded, which is why I decided to do it today. You should have thought twice before even thinking about what you did to me last month. And one last thing, and I admit it, I did not betray you before we became arch-enemies. I was only doing the right thing, and I also lied about regretting what I did back then. So take that, you stupid ex-best friend of mine. So tell me, how does it feel to have your not-so-secret hideout exposed to the police and have the weapons found? Well, I'm waiting. Drago. Aren't you going to say something, or are you just going to keep giving me that angry stare?
Say something? Oh, why haven't I thought of that? I'll certainly say something, all right.
Oh my freaking absolute God. Lance, I just cannot freaking believe you right now. I can't believe you have the freaking balls to trick me, as well as the rest of us, by saying you became a troublemaker when you never actually became one in real life, took pictures of our hideout and the weapons stash as evidence without us being aware, lied about going to the restroom just so you could secretly send them to your friends, and told them about the troublemaking activities we did and the location of our hideout so they could tell the officers where it is. Why on planet Earth would you do something like this? We genuinely thought you wanted to become part of the group, especially after you threw a bucket of water at your friends and scared the life out of Connor with that fake robot wasp, but it turns out that this is not true at all, because they were part of this too and they knew you weren't planning to become a troublemaker. This is exactly why we do not allow anyone, unless they're an actual troublemaker, to know where our hideout is since it's supposed to be a secret, but now it's not a secret anymore because of your stupid ridiculous plan that is motivated by your desire to get your revenge on me just because I sabotaged your birthday back in March. I also told you not to tell anyone about it, but you didn't do what I said. You are such a complete liar and an absolute trickster. You've completely lost my trust once again, just like what happened 4 years ago. And I thought we're going to be best friends again after you quote-unquote prove you want to join us. You are the #1 least favorite person I've known in my whole existence. I've never been this angry in my entire life, aside from what happened before we became enemies. You are an extremely stupid, despicable, idiotic, meronic, annoying, disgraceful, infuriating, worthless, and the most sorry excuse of a person and piece of garbage that I have to deal with. And to top everything off, you are a traitor. Traitor, 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 traitor. The most traitorous person I've ever known, you distrustful and deceptive piece of smelly crap.
Really? This again? I've already told you a million times now, I'm not a...
Shut your trap up, you stupid idiotic backstabbing betrayful liar. You've betrayed me back then and that's an absolute final. Nothing you do will ever change that. You know what? I've had absolutely enough of you. Because you led the officers here and let them know where the weapons are. You are now permanently kicked out of our group and won't be given any second chances because of how untrustworthy you are. And I'm officially ending our friendship, so we're now arch enemies once again. And you were the same person who said that we wouldn't let anything separate us from being the close friends we once were after I thought we became best friends, but that never came true. I also took back what I said when I was sorry for ruining your 17th birthday. You truly deserve it, as well as every single bad thing that has happened to you. From this point onward, I will never trust you in my life ever again, no matter how convincing it looks. And here's another thing, I'm going to do something very bad to you. It's going to be the same thing I did back in December 2022 when we became enemies.
Wait. You don't mean...
Yes. That's right. You're the reason we're in this mess, so you're getting what you deserve for what you did. Now get prepared for this, because it's not going to be pretty whatsoever.
No. Stay back. Don't you even...
Hey! Drago, keep your hands off of him. This is not tolerable whatsoever. Get off of him right this instant.
You back off right now, you stupid officer. It's not your business to intervene.
What the? Hey. That's enough, Drago. You don't assault another officer like that. Now you're so going to get it. There we go. This should surely settle things down. Brooks, bro, are you feeling okay?
Yes, Rachel, I'm feeling all right.
Sounds good. I used a taser to incapacitate Drago from further beating Lance.
That sounds great. Thanks for doing that. But anyway, we should all arrest him, as well as his gang, for their crimes.
Right. Let's all do it now. Lizzie Douglas, Dungeon Grizzly, Nick Victors, Tiras Cortez, Andre Ashford, DJ Schultz, and Claire Texan, you are all placed under arrest for destruction of property, vandalism, arson, and use of weapons from your stash.
As for you, Drago, you are also under arrest for those same offenses, as well as physically assaulting Lance and assaulting an officer.
In addition, even though we know you guys stole those weapons and hid them as a secret for almost a year, that's yet another criminal offense you committed, since we now know where they are.
You all have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in the court of law.
You all have the right to an attorney. If you can't afford one will be provided for you.
Now let's take you to court, then to the VCPS station to be placed in custody and behind bars. Let's go.
You're going to pay for this, Lance. One day, you'll definitely pay the ultimate price for doing this to us. Just wait and see.
Be quiet. That statement will be taken as evidence.
Hey there, Lance. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling okay now, officer. Thanks for asking. Hold up, you two look familiar. Have I met you two before?
Yes, you have. Remember the officers who broke up the fight between you and Drago in the Vyond City Park 2 years ago?
Oh, now I remember. Looks like we met again.
Indeed we have. Anyways, we'd like to thank you for helping us, as well as the other officers, find out where Drago and his gang kept the weapons they stole from the Vyond weapons shop, which we've been struggling to locate for a while. We don't know if we would have found them if it weren't for you.
You don't need to thank me. Thank my friends and my brother, who helped me with this plan, which I couldn't have done on my own. By the way, I'm sorry for being around those illegal activities, even though I was only watching while pretending to be a troublemaker to gain their trust for my plan.
It's okay. It's good that you didn't take part in those activities. As for Drago beating you up, we're also glad you didn't retaliate. If I remember correctly, Brooks did say you two will be placed under house arrest if you fought again, but that certainly won't be happening since you were defending yourself, and Drago and his friends will be placed behind bars for committing those other crimes.
Sounds good. So, do you know what will happen to the hideout after the weapons are returned to the shop?
Well, we don't know yet. It's still undecided, like Officer Vyond said before. We'll let the court decide on that. But anyways, do you want to come to our police car so we can take you home?
Sure thing. I don't see why not. It's been a long day for me anyway.
Alright then. Let's go.
Oh my freaking gosh. Drago and the rest of you. Are you all completely out of your minds or something? We cannot believe all the trouble you caused today. First, you threw tar at 3 of the start noise. Second, you poured ice water onto the pavement and caused 4 people to slip. Third, you jackhammered the road. Fourth, you set a Lamborghini on fire. And lastly, you used a minigun to form a smiley face in front of Joan's dining palace. What in the name of humanity has gotten into you all? Just freaking why?
You guys should know better than to do anything like that, as it can lead to serious consequences such as jail time, which is exactly the situation you're in right now. As for you, Nick, this is now the second time you have caused trouble for your other family members, such as when you caused trouble during our family hangout day and sent Eliza to the hospital last year.
Your mother is totally right about that, son. We also can't believe you got out of the house while you were still grounded for attempting to fight with Adam alongside Claire last month. You're never allowed to escape the house while still being punished, and it looks like the jail cell you're in will ensure you won't cause any more trouble until well past that date your original 4-week grounding would have ended.
Speaking of that, Claire, you were just ungrounded recently for doing the same thing, and you already decided to cause trouble again. Is it really that hard for you to stop causing trouble and behave like an innocent person? We're all getting sick of this crap, and this needs to end immediately.
Right. As for the weapons you hid as a secret, we're so glad that they were finally found after so long. We told you we'd find out where they were eventually, even though we heard from Lance saying that he's the one who found the weapons and led the officers to where they were. You thought they'd never be found, but you were totally wrong.
I agree. You can't hide them and keep them a secret forever, because it's something that will eventually be revealed. If those weapons hadn't been found sooner, then you all would continue to use them to cause trouble.
Same here. We also heard that you hid them in a shed that you all call your secret hideout, which is something you also kept a secret from us. Are you freaking kidding? Why haven't you told us you had that before? We never knew you guys had that, and you should have told us so we would have known sooner. How long have you had that hideout anyway?
We've had it for over a year, since March last year. The reason we never told you guys about it is because it's only something we and other troublemakers should know.
Really? You had it and kept it a secret for over a year? Wow. That's just plain despicable. You should never keep something like that a secret from any of us because it's something that will eventually be revealed, like Marcus said before.
Totally. We're also glad that Lance never became a troublemaker and joined you, as he was only pretending to be one as part of his plan to expose your hideout to the police. Otherwise we would be even more upset since you already have enough members in your gang, and he would have been stuck in jail like you. As for you, Terrors, since the weapons you and your friends stole will be returned to the weapons shop where you got them, your father and I are considering taking away your tranquilizer gun since it's also a weapon, even though you didn't use it today.
I agree with your mother. As for the invisibility jacket, be glad we won't get rid of it just yet, although we will if you use it or give it to your friends for your or their plans one more time, like we said while punishing you for letting Claire borrow it for the second time last February.
Speaking of Lance, Drago, he also told us that you tried to beat him up severely, just like you did to that certain person before the two of you became arch enemies, not to mention you even punched an officer just for trying to stop you. Seriously. Why the hell would you do that? You just never learn at all, do you?
Shut the hell up, Dad. You don't ever mention that and leak it in front of my friends, especially since you and Mom don't.
Drago, be quiet. You don't talk to your own father like that. We do not tolerate that kind of tone, as well as your behavior. We just wish this would stop already, but we don't know if it ever will. We really hope that happens one day.
The same goes for all of us. Now because of what you all did, we have to pay for everything you damaged once again, which is going to affect us financially. We don't have all the money in the world, you know.
Now stay in your jail cell, think heavily about what you all did, and wait until your jail sentence is over. We've had it with you all causing trouble. And don't expect us to bail you out either, because that certainly won't be happening. We're leaving now, and we hope you all had fun while it lasted.
Man. This sucks so much. I just can't believe we're in jail once again, not to mention that our secret has been busted, all because of my sorry excuse of an arch-nemesis, Lance. I should have known he was pretending to be a troublemaker and never allowed him to join us, then none of this would have ever happened. I'm such an idiot for believing him. I totally agree with you, Draigo. We all thought the same thing, so you're not the only one. Now because of this, the weapons we stole are going to be returned to the shop, and we won't be able to use our hideout anymore. This is the absolute worst. I agree with you, Nick. You know what, guys? I've just about had it. Lance has caused lots of problems for me lately, but fooling us and revealing our hideout to the police is the very last straw for me. I seriously have had enough of him and his crap, and he's going to pay the ultimate price one day, like I said before we got into this rotten jail cell. Do you know what else I had enough of? Us not getting our way and always being punished whenever we do something wrong. Seriously. Every time we caused trouble and thought we would get away with it, it never worked out. We got grounded, received punishments, got into trouble at school, were sent to jail, and more. This is something I can't tolerate anymore. I feel like we should get our revenge on Vyond City after we get out of here. Are you all with me?
You know what? Yeah, I'm with you, Drago. This city seriously needs to be taught a lesson.
The same goes for us all. We're all with you. We'll do anything for our leader, and we'll always be on your side no matter what.
Perfect. Once we're released from jail, we'll cause chaos and destruction like never before. Those fools will regret ever messing with us once we do.
That sounds great to us, Drago. But there's a question I need to ask. We know it's none of our business, but while you were yelling at Lance for revealing our hideout, you said you'll do the same thing you did before you two became enemies, and what we saw looked like you were attempting to beat him up. Your dad also said you did that to a certain person while he and our families were here. If you were a non-troublemaker at the time, what makes you think it's the right thing even though we don't mind others causing problems? And who was that certain person he was talking about?